Erin Andrews did not get a lot of support from a celebrity here in Hollywood, which I am shocked by, because it's not often we get celebrities who will say what's on their mind if it means sort of taking a shot at another celebrity. Well, we got Rick and Kathy Hilton were at LAX on their way out of town, and for obvious reasons, we wanted to know what a hotel heir thought about Marriott having to pay $27 million. That was the verdict that came down in her trial on Monday. And the Marriott Hotel there in Nashville has to pay $27 million to Erin Andrews. So, is that a right amount? Is that too much? Here's what Rick Hilton said. He did not hold back at all.
The Marriott is ordered to pay Erin Andrews a whopping $27 million. Do you think that's fair? And are they responsible for that?
I think that's ridiculous, that high damage. That's a big number.
So do you think the Marriott should appeal?
I think they probably will, yeah.
Why do you think that's so high? Why?
Well, it's just a lot of money, $27 million. Don't you think it is?
Being that there was no, physical harm, it's just emotional distress, I do think it's a little high, but it will be whittled down.
That's what happens with jury trials.
You would think Rick Hilton would be on the side of Marriott because he's, Hilton. He's got the big hotel chain too. But I thought this was the perfect chance for him to say, well, that would never happen at a Hilton hotel. I think it's a just amount of money for Marriott to pay. Maybe more. They should have paid a lot more.
It sounds like that was businessman Rick Hilton not
definitely.
wanting to, going, okay, well, I wouldn't want to have to pay that much. And I'm thinking, okay, is that you businessman? What if that was one of your family members that was getting seen through a peephole?
Right.
Then would that change your mind?
He's done. He's dealt with that.
Well, it's not, other than Paris.
What if it was Kathy? If it was Kathy in the hotel room, would he feel any differently?
Clearly, he's thinking from that comment is made from a business standpoint and from a legal standpoint, because I have heard people who said that they think that the number was too high, but it's just odd that from a celebrity standpoint, it comes across. It could be seen as a little insensitive to Erin Andrews.
Completely insensitive. Guys, I mean, listen, this is one of those things, no matter how businessman Rick Hilton feels, if saying by what he said, it makes it sound like he's siding with the Peeping Tom guy. And it's not smart for him to do that publicly. And that may be how he feels, but don't say that publicly.
Well, there were a lot of people that, and even in our meeting this morning when we were talking about it, that felt that it was too high of a judgment.
Yeah, the $27 million.
They didn't, but as we did the story, when you whittle it down, she's not going to see $27 million. And so...
And there probably will be an appeal.
Yeah, and so let's say she does end up getting the $5 or $6 million she walks away with out of this whole thing. Well, that's worth it, and that's probably a more reasonable number.
Hi, you guys. Sadidi housewife calling from Moreno Valley. Hilton is right on the money. That is a lot. Granted, I give it to her. She fought the fight for all the women all around the world that deals with peeping toms and such, but she fought for $75 million. She's gotten awarded $55 million, and regardless of what she ends up with, my problem is why is she getting all these millions when the 7 women, not one, but 7 women that are fighting against the cop in Columbus against rape charges, they have physically been abused. Why are they only getting to fight for $77,000?
And I think that's a very good question. I think that's why people are so upset about it, is they're going, when you put it into perspective, is she getting too much for her case? When all these other things about their murders, the O.J. Simpson stuff, they were awarded what, $33 million?
When you assess
inflation,
when you assess damages, though, because Erin Andrews is a personality, and emotions aside, nude photos of her are worth more than nude photos of the average person. So I
did that
think
factor in it for the jury?
It sounds like you may have to inflate that. Yeah,
probably. I'm sure it plays a factor with the jury. That's what her lawyers were hired to do.